everyone, so for this video we're going to talk about impulse and momentum. Impulse is the integral of a force F over the time interval which is t for which it acts. Since force is a vector quantity, impulse is also a vector quantity. Impulse applied to an object produces an equivalent vector change in its linear momentum, also in the resultant direction. For example, when you hit a ball with a cricket bat, you apply a force for a time to cause a change of momentum in a ball. Second law in terms of momentum. Newton actually stated his second law of motion in terms of momentum. The net external force equals the change in momentum of a system divided by the time over which it changes. So the impulse theorem. So the impulse momentum theorem states that the impulse applied to an object will be equal to the change in its momentum. So for example, a golf ball set on a tee motionless before the golfer swings the club and strike the ball. If the ball is struck in the center of the club with a good follow-through, then force is exerted for a longer time, resulting in a greater change in momentum, greater impulse, and the ball will travel farther.
Everyone, I am John Lloyd Laganas from Group 7. I am here to explain to you about our topic from Lesson 14, the impulse and momentum. So, the second law in terms of momentum is Newton's. Second law states that the net force acting on the particles equal the time rate of change of the combination mv is the product of particles and mass velocity. So, P is equal to mv is the formula of the definition of momentum. The greater the mass and speed of a particle, the greater is the magnitude of momentum. Momentum is a vector with the same direction as the particle's velocity. We often express the momentum of particles in terms of its components. For definition, motion. The units of the magnitude of momentum are units of mass times speed. The SI units of momentum are kilogram over mass times speed squared. Summation of F is equal to change in motion over time interval. A rapid change in momentum requires a large net force, while a gradual change in momentum requires less net force. This principle is used to design of automobile safety devices such as airbags.
The momentum and collision. These are the following problems. Problem 1. A 2,250 kg pickup truck has a velocity of 25 ms to the s. What is the momentum of the truck? Given. Mass is equals to 2,250 kg or kilogram. Velocity is 25 ms. Give a formula. P is equals to M and V. Well, mass 2,250 kilogram times velocity 25 ms equals to 56,000 250 kilogram MSS. Problem 2. A 200 kilogram motorcycle is moving up at a speed of 130 ms. What is the momentum of the cycle? Given. Mass is equals to 200 kilogram. Velocity is equals to 130 ms. Formula: P is equals to m times velocity is equals to 200 kilogram. Velocity is 130 ms is equals to 26,000 kg ms or kilogram. Problem 3. A 60 kilogram person is riding the motorcycle at a speed of 120 ms. What is the total momentum of the system? Given. Mass is equals to 60 kilogram. Velocity is equals to 120 ms. Formula: P is equals to m mass times velocity. Mass is equals to 60 kilogram. V is equals to 120 ms. 60 kilogram times 120 ms is equals to 7,200 kilogram ms.
Exercise number 4. A constant force of 15 Newton is applied to a 20 kilogram box for 10 seconds. And the question is: A. What is the impulse acting on the block? B. What is the change in momentum of the block? C. What is the final speed of the block if it's originally at rest? D. What is the final speed of the block if it's originally moving at 15 meters per second? So, to solve letter A, we use the formula that impulse is equal to force times change in time. So, impulse is equal to force of 15 Newton times the time of 10 seconds. 50 times 10 is equal to 500 Newton times second. So the impulse is 50 Newton times second. The answer in letter A, the impulse is 500 Newton times second. Next is letter B. What is the change in momentum of the block? So, we know that impulse is equal to change in momentum. So, change in momentum is equal to positive 500 kilogram times meter per second. The answer in letter B is 500 kilograms times meter per second, the change in momentum. Next is letter C. What is the final speed of the block if it's originally at rest? So, to solve letter C, let's use the formula change in momentum is equal to mass times the change in velocity. So, and we'll come up to P equals m times the final velocity and initial velocity. So the change in momentum is 500 kilogram times meter per second, and the mass is 20 kilogram, and we will find the final velocity, and the initial velocity is 0, and we will come up with 500 kilogram times meter per second over 20 kilogram. The final velocity, so the final velocity is 50 divided by 20 is equal to 25 meter per second. Cancel kilogram. So, the answer in letter C, the final speed at, if it's originally at rest, is 25 meter per second. So next is letter D. What is the final speed of the block if it's originally moving at 15 meter per second? So the same formula we will use. Change in momentum is equal to mass times the change in velocity. So we'll come up with change in momentum is equal to mass times the final velocity minus initial velocity. So the change in momentum is 500 kilogram times meter per second, and the mass is 20 kilogram. The final velocity, we will find the final velocity, and the initial velocity is 15 meter per second. So we will come up with 500 kilogram times meter per second over 20 kilogram, and the final velocity minus 15. So 500 divided by 20 is equals to 25 meter per second, equals to final velocity minus the initial velocity of 15 meter per second. Transpose 15, 25 plus 15 is equal to final velocity. So 25 plus 15 is equal to 40 meter per second. So the final velocity, the final speed of a block if it's originally moving at 15 meter per second is 40 meter per second. Exercise number 5. A 0.20 kilogram ball was instructed by a baseball bat from rest to a speed of 35 meter per second. The ball was in contact with the bat for 0.2 seconds. The question is, letter A, what is the change in the momentum of the ball? And B, what was the impulse exerted on the ball? C, calculate the force exerted on the ball by the bat. And first to solve is letter A. To solve letter A, we will use the formula change in momentum is equal to mass times the change in velocity. So change in momentum is equals mass times final velocity minus initial velocity. The mass is 0.20 kilogram, and the final velocity is 35 meter per second, and the initial velocity is 0. So 0.20 kilogram times 35 meter per second. So 0.20 times 35 is equal to 7 kilogram meter and times meter per second. So the answer in letter A, the change in momentum is equal to 7 kilogram times meter per second. Next is letter B. What was the impulse exerted on the ball? We know that impulse is equal to change in momentum. So the change in momentum is 7 kilogram times meter per second. So the impulse is equal to positive 7 times positive 7 Newton times second. So the answer in letter B is 7 Newton times second. So next is letter C. Calculate the force exerted on the ball by the bat. So to solve this, we know that impulse is equal to force times the change in time. So the impulse is 7 Newton second, and we'll solve for the force, and the contact time is 0.02 second. So we'll come up to force is equal to 7 Newton times second over 0.02 divided by 0.02 second. So force is equal to 7 times 0.02 second is 350 Newton. Cancel the second. So the answer in letter C, the force exerted on the ball, is 350 Newton.